Hello, welcome to my chaos. My first market of the holiday season is tomorrow, and today I need to pack everything up. I spent this morning putting everything in Square, adding pictures, and posting on Instagram. I actually posted yesterday and had to delete it because it literally showed it to nobody. And I haven't been posting on Instagram, so I guess this is what people deal with all the time. But it is live now and doing much better. I just wanted my tour flyer of the markets that I'm doing to actually be seen. And so I think this round of posting has gone much better already. I am very excited for this market. It's an evening market, about 4, maybe 5 hours. I load in at 3, market starts at 5, and then I finish at 9. And it's a little ways away from me, so I definitely have to make sure I have everything that I need, and that is what we're going to do today. So thank you for being here. Welcome to my first market vlog of the holiday season. Hoping for the best, hoping for a real good time. And that will only happen if I manage to figure out how to get all this stuff into our car tonight. So come along if that sounds fun. I'm going to start organizing, or I should say, carry on organizing and consolidating, and might need to go out later and get more bins, but fingers crossed that's not the case. The shelf, the shelf, these little table risers, this table, and all of that stuff, and this stuff, and that stuff, and that chair are supposed to come with me. Can I do it? I believe that I can. I think I'm going to start by ironing or steaming this guy because that feels straightforward and manageable. And then I'm gonna get everything organized into these bins and this bin, and I'm probably gonna need another bin. But it all looks great. So happy with the turnout. Okay, now for real, time to get to work. Good afternoon. It's now almost 4 o'clock. I was able to get everything packed up, and now I'm just cutting out some little labels that I may or may not use, but I thought it might be nice to have for some of my pieces that, I don't know, sometimes it's not obvious what the intention is, even though I'm very much like everything of mine is a vessel, use it how you wish, but sometimes the people need a little guidance. So I'm just writing these up. I thought about like typing them on my computer and like getting them printed at like Staples or something really quick, but this is more fun and I like being able to use whatever colors I want. And now I'm gonna go hang out with my friend and then chill for the rest of the evening. And tomorrow we're probably going to leave in the morning. That way we can like go hang out at our Airbnb for a little bit because we are going to stay the night since it ends late. And there's like 30-ish vendors at this market, and everybody has like a load in time. So I'm loading in at 3 p.m. and that will give me plenty of time to set all this up. I'm really glad that I was able to fit everything in the 3 bins that I had. They are a little heavy, but I feel like they're packed well. So everything should be fine. And hopefully there's nothing better than coming home from a market with like less full bins than you left with, especially when you live upstairs. So fingers crossed, maybe that's just like a mini goal I have is maybe I'll make it down to 2 bins. That would be awesome. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Today was pretty chill. That didn't take me super long. I was able to do some admin things and kind of just rest and relax. And with that, I will see you in the morning for a fun little day away. And yeah, hopefully whatever happens, happens. And I'm looking forward to it. Good morning. It's almost 8. I am just making sure that I have everything that I could possibly want or need. Then we're gonna run some errands for the week, and then just we can have groceries and stuff when we get back tomorrow and not have to do anything because I'm sure we'll be tired. And then it's getting everything in the car and getting up there. I got a good night's sleep. It looks like it's gonna be a really beautiful day, so I'm feeling very excited. See you at the market.
great place. I've visited Audrey.
Oh,
I have a huge collection.
oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
I love it, like, when I actually finish one of them so I can see all of it together. It's so satisfying. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, welcome to the market recap portion of this video. I had a great time. It's Monday now. Just turned 11. I've had a good morning. Feel pretty rested now after having spent the night there and then drove home yesterday afternoon and had plenty of time to just be cozy and chill. It is the perfect Florida day outside, so that's already got my spirits up, and let's see how it technically went. I sold like 40 pieces. My top item category was my tumblers, which includes all my little like footed cups, my step cups, my I had some like more like latte bowl type cups. Yeah, those were a hit. And my sale bin was also a hit, which made me so happy because I almost didn't bring it, but it was the perfect little add-on. I just had like some empty space at the front, and A plus plus decision. So glad I did that. People were so kind. The customers there definitely felt like we are here to shop small and we support you, and that was really great. I had truly only good interactions, which is awesome. Sometimes at markets, people can be like confused at like why you're doing what you're doing and why it costs so much or whatever, but that was not the case here. So it was nice to feel supported not only by the host, but also by the people shopping and to meet new people, see how they interact with like my newer designs and my older designs, what people are like drawn to when they look at the booth as far as colors and like what forms they're picking up, because there are definite like repeats where somebody walks up and they all gravitate towards like the same thing, which I think is so interesting, fascinating. And it was fun to just explore that in person with people since I've been selling more online lately. It's really nice to be able to talk with people as to why they love the thing, what they're going to use it for, uh, more about me, and just like explaining the process. Yeah, it was really awesome. And I'm so glad my husband was able to be there with me to like make it all a little bit easier. And he's so supportive and so gracious and so kind and so helpful. And I would not be able to do any of this without him. He truly is the backbone of It's Wonky. And I'm so grateful for his help, especially when we're doing things like this that like aren't so close to home. But we made it fun. They had good food there. We got to see some of our friends, and yeah, our Airbnb ended up being really lovely. And I'm so glad we did that, even though it was like an added expense to the trip. It was so much better than having a super late night driving all the way home, and instead just being able to drive 5 minutes and then go to sleep and wake up feeling rested after we just like, I don't know, it ended up being like a 7, maybe 8 hour day. I had load in at 3, and I don't think we finished or got back to the Airbnb till about 10. And yeah, I think that was totally worth it. And I made about like $1,300, and that's really awesome. I again didn't go in with much expectations because I don't like doing that with markets because they're so unpredictable. Uh, and it was nice to be pleasantly surprised and also feel supported and just remember how good it can be even when people like came in but weren't buying anything but would just say nice things or ask me about something and carry on because there's so many other great vendors there. It's just nice to engage and interact with people, which I think is the thing I was looking forward to the most, and definitely was like my favorite part of the whole night, talking to other vendors and just like checking in with people that I just know in this world of like market life. And yeah, I felt very nourished afterwards, which is great. And I think it just reminded me of how much I would have to push myself and my art and my business in order to like make it fully sustain my life. And I think this year I just realized that I don't want that. And I have my part time job, and I'm just like trying to figure out how I can like shift and change things so that there's less pressure on my art to be anything but my art. I do love the whole process of making and selling, from like designing a collection to actually making it to advertising, making the marketing and like listing it and or putting it up at a market. Like I love the whole creation process. Like that is just as much art to me as the actual like copper mug. And because of that, I know that I don't just want to like stop making things just because it doesn't fully support me. I think I just want to fill in the gaps in other ways versus like stretching this to fill in the gaps because that will take away the joy from what I'm making. And I want to have joy in what I'm making. Like, what else are we here for? If we're just gonna, if I can make it work, I would love to, because I don't want to push it. I just feel very protective of this thing, and I want to honor it and respect it for all that it's given me and like the healing and just the growth that has come from me taking on ceramics and just going all in with it. Yeah, I don't think everything has to become something. And even though It's Wonky has become something, I don't think it needs to become something more. And I feel very at peace with that realization. And it honestly frees me up to play more and makes me feel more excited. And just knowing, yeah, that there's a way for me to do this without making it my everything as like financially. That feels like a breath of fresh air realization. So grateful for that and looking forward to whatever next year holds. Not the slightest clue. I have no plans and we'll see what happens. But for now, we're still in market season. One down, two to go. I did get invited to one on Small Business Saturday, but I declined because this year, even though I love my friends and I want to pop up in front of their shop because I love being a part of things, I just decided if I'm not like a full yes from the start, it's a no for me. And less is more, and I don't have to be a part of everything. And I'm proud of myself for coming to that realization, even though it took me a minute. And yeah, I have one in 2 weeks and then one 3 weeks after that. So next week I'll be glazing and firing the kiln one more time before the month ends so that I can kind of refill what I sold because I forget how many sale items of those pieces I sold, but there are at least 30 pieces that I sold that weren't on sale. So I need to restock that. And I definitely have that in bisque form back there. So I'll be painting and glazing next week and then doing this all over again. So come along for that ride next time when it happens. Thank you for coming on this little journey. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. If you're out there doing market season right now as well, I wish you all the best. And I hope you're able to find some joy in it, even though it can be very overwhelming and hard to put yourself out there like that. Like, we're all doing it and we're doing our best. So keep it up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.